Welcome again. With this session, we are going to discuss experiment number 25 and 26. Title of experiment is to understand the concept of data adapter. As a part of previous experiment, we discuss how you can communicate with database with the help of ADO.NET or ADO.NET framework. In this example, we are going to discuss furthermore about how you can access database values, database data with the help of data adapter. Competency level you will achieve through this experiment. You will be able to design ADO.NET program for a database connection via data adapter. The minimum theoretical background required to execute this application similar to last experiment. We use OLE data adapter to communicate with MS Access type of database, and SQL data adapter is for communication with MS SQL data type or MS SQL database. Directly I'll move to the program code. Very first and sample program ask as write a program using data adapter to connect a database. See, if you look into experiment number 14 exercise, here it is. Access a window application that will display the content of MS Access database data grid view inside. Inside we are going to display data inside data grid view using data adapter. So if you look at here, we already prepared one application in which the value from student database we displayed inside data grid control using data adapter. So I'm not going to repeat it again one more time as a part of experiment number 25-26. Student activity of experiment number 24 is similar to the student activity or sample program of experiment number 25-26. So directly I'll move to the practical related questions specified here. There are two questions specified here. One, find a syntax or find error in following code. What may be error bounded with this? Only you need to specify object ADP here before fill. The answer of this question as well as answer of this question I'll provide over your WhatsApp group. Write the data adapter syntax. They never ever said write a program for. They said write a data adapter syntax to access MS Access code. So whatever may be answer of these questions, you will get as a part of your WhatsApp group. Begin with very first student exercise specified inside experiment number 25-26. Design a window application in a MS Access. See, we are going to use backend database management system as a MS Access, which have navigation like next, first, previous, and last. See, we are going to design a window application with MS Access to have navigation with next, first, previous, and last. So not only we are going to access the data in window application, we are going to navigate through different values available with database. So let's go to the application. Very first you need to prepare GUI for this application. It includes roll number and name. So a database includes two attributes, roll number and name, and two text boxes to represent value belongs to. Button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4 represent first, previous, next, last. See, we are not going to use any predefined data binding or data navigator component here. With the help of normal buttons and text boxes, we are going to display and navigate through database. So that's the GUI required to execute your application. Next step, access. So you need to create database even. Microsoft Access is a database management system. Let me open this. As I said before, Microsoft Access or Microsoft Office 365 I'm going to use for, but with the help of any Microsoft Office Access 2007 to 2015-16, you can use any type of version. Only the thing change here, you need to set up a format of database in the form of here it is in the form of MDB. You need to select save as option, save option, and you need to select access version as. I'm going to select E drive to store database Exp25 underscore 26 ex1 already present, so I'm going to specify ex1 final. So that's the name of ex1 underscore final is the name of database I'm going to create as a part of E drive. Create .mdb file is there. Table open in design view. Name the table as student. Remove first column present here. Delete. Next, roll number with data type as number, name with data type as a short. It's done with student table is ready with my database exp25. Roll number 1 name as AAA, roll number 2 name as BBB, roll number 3 name as CCC. My database is okay with on E drive. Next step is when start this application, so you have to include your pop-up code or your database communication code inside a function called as form load. So when application loaded into your memory, a communication with databases happen. Very first line you need to create connection string. The name of database is changed with, we use Microsoft Access database exp25 26 ex1 final database. Next, select star from student as it is. I'm going to connect this database with OLEDB connection. Adapter, that's the important factor. I'm going to fire this SQL select star from student over connection, and retrieve data is stored inside data adapter. That's the use of data adapter. Next step, connection open, data adapter dot fill. I'm going to access a value from data adapter and fill into a main DT object. Main DT is a data table. I'm going to retrieve data and store data into tables rather than that of data set. Data table is an individual table filled by data adapter. Now I am having one table, main DT as a main data table. Next, I'm going to close this connection because required data is now as a part of application. Next, I'm going to find out how many numbers of rows present inside. As we are having task of navigation, we are having task of traversal in this application. You need to know how many rows present with your table main DT. So with this, you can find out the maximum records present in table. Next, nav0, that's the function I'm going to call. It's a user defined subroutine. Sub nav by value a as integer. So a's value is initially 0. Next step, with the help of try catcher, I'm going to set value for text box 1 from main DT. Main DT is a data table retrieved from database. Rows in bracket a, a's value is 0. It means 0th row, 0th atom. So whatever may be value to the 0th row, 0 atom is retrieved and stored to text box 1. Similarly, 0th row, 1th column, first column include name, and 0th column include roll number. So first row, roll number and name retrieved and stored as a part of our displayed as a part of text box 1 and text box 2. If is there any problem with, you will get message on screen as an error part of. Now it's a default code is done with. When you run your application, form load will execute, nav with value 0 will execute. Now next step, when user click to the first button, what happened? When user click to the first button, I am going to load very first row into text boxes 1 and text boxes 2. Similarly, when user click to the next, after first line, you needs to select next. Next, it indicates that I'm going to increment the row counter by 1. But up to what? Up to the minimum value initially it's 0. If you look at here, minimum value is initially 0. If minimum value is less than maximum minus 1, means the total number of rows, minus 1 rows, you can traverse up. So minimum value is equal to minimum value plus 1. I am going to increase. If it is 0, I am going to increase by 1. Minimum value will become 1. Call this function with first row. Similarly, again you click over next button, your minimum value is increased by 1 again, 1 again, 1 again, up to the minimum value is equal to maximum value minus 1. Similar to your next button, there is a previous button. Previous button simply minimize value by 1 up to the minimum value is greater than 0. Next step, last represents the maximum value minus 1 row, whatever may be available row inside your table. I'm going to capture and display with the help of function in AV. So let's run this program. As well as you start executing this application, you will get very first row filled inside your text box 1 and text box 2. Wait for output. Executing. Output window. Here it is. See, if you look at here, roll number 1 is there, name is there. When you click to next row comes as a part of. When you again click to the next, and so on. 3 rows are present. So after this, it's not possible to click next. If you click first, you will get first row on screen. If you click last, you will get last on or last row on screen. Similar to your next, your previous will work. Here it is, next, previous, first and last. All navigation in between your database is done with this syntax. So here is the end of first assignment asked as a part of experiment number 25-26. Similarly, I'll move to the second application, develop a window application that will contain multiple tables in a single data set. So in this application, we are going to display a multiple tables or multiple tables in a multiple databases, or sorry, multiple tables in a multiple data grid view. Let me open experiment number 2, assignment or exercise number 2 of experiment number 25-26. That's the data grid 1 to display your value from table 1, data grid 2 display value from table 2, and one button with load data. When user clicks to this, I'm going to communicate with data. There is a database called as Exp25-26 ex2. Let's go inside and identify what exactly it includes. Access, open database. Here it is. See, if you look into this, there are 2 tables present as a part of MDB type of database. Table 1, student added, and table 2 is a EMP. EMP includes data member, employee ID, employee name and salary. Student include roll number and name. So your last database is simply extended to one more table as a part of. How you create table here? There is button create. Click to this, select table option. You will get table and other part as it is. Create attributes, fill value inside and so on. Connection string preparation, communication with connection object, preparing your structured query, select star from student, fill your adapter, prepare object of data set, whatever may be value in a data set or whatever may be value in adapter, I'm going to fill into data set with name as a student table. Next step, connection close. Again, I'm going to open connection with prepare second query, fill your adapter, whatever my data in adapter, fill into employee table. My data set includes two table now. One is the student table, one is the employee table. See, it's a name specified by me as a part of application. It's not belongs to your database table name. It's a name specified me, whatever may be name you want to specify, you can. Connection close. Now data source or data grid view one acting as a part of your frame, set student table to the data grid view one, set employee table to the data grid two. So that's the way with which you can display two tables in two different grid views with single communication or with single connection object. So let's run this application. You will get data from first table as well as second table and display as a part of when you click over load data. Click to this button. See, a data from your table one comes into grid view one, data from table two comes into grid view two. So here's the end of experiment number 25, 26. You just go through this video and complete your experiment. Thank you.